He's already set a very quick time on softs that he's going to be unable to beat. So not sure what he's thinking there. Looks like we have a sequence of cars going to finish their laps. Curbs improving, but not enough to actually gain any positions here. We'll have to see what Backpack is doing. Improved by a tenth over the last sector. Comes across the line with a 109.4. Not actually improving at all. What about, that'd be Hollers next. Hollers is starting his hot lap. There's going to be an Aston Martin finishing of Bird Person beginning his own lap. We can follow along with him for the entire lap. Chip, you still there with me?
I'm here.
Good. So we're following through with Bird Person making his way through the Senna S's, through turn 3, down the pasta straight, as we call it here. Coming into turn 4, you're going to want to take as much entry as possible, and he doesn't exactly clip the inside curb on the left there, which is kind of the line you'd expect. He does drop into 5th for this complex, quickly shifts back up to 6th. That's not exactly what we would expect either. We'd want him to drop into 6th and kind of coast the way through, maybe at 75 to 80% throttle, but so be it. Coming now to the fateful corner of Alexander Albon and Hamilton. Navigating fairly well through there, not exactly keeping to the extremities of the track as one might expect. Cody sucks, says Torres, who got DSQ'd for going the wrong way. Do they suck because they made you drive the wrong way, or do they suck because you weren't driving the wrong way? Either way, Bird Person coming to complete a lap 1:07.0, setting a new provisional pole time. Very good job from him. Fergie setting another time, 3.5 tenths quicker than his previous time, but not improving any positions. That'll be Willie coming across the line next, down 1/10 on his sector 2 time. Coming across the line with an improvement of 4 tenths up into P5. I love this.
Hello.
I love this. I just randomly, Discord just goes into a little loading screen for me.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's not the only Discord I have. I have another Discord open, and it's fine. It's great. It's great. It's fine. It's great. It's fine. It's great. Following along with a few people here, Fergie going to probably could be coming in. No. I was reading the wrong times. He's going to be setting a 106.9, taking provisional pole from Bird Person.
Very good lap. The first into the 106s there. Holler is looking very strong too. Only set 1 lap on the softs and already into a 107.4.
And it looks like Zeke has finally switched off the mediums onto the softs. That's a good idea. Let's talk golf on an outlap on mediums. I'm not sure whether he intends to improve on a 108.5 as his soft time. Theoretically, it's possible. You could set a faster time on the mediums. I just don't know if I have the confidence in him to be able to do it.
Yeah, definitely a bold move there. Maybe he's just kind of conceding to P11 there and hoping that he can improve or maintain in the bottom 10 there to start on the mediums, which actually worked out for OOA. He started pretty much dead last on those medium tires and was able to pull a P2 on track.
So that is the thing. The game tells you that it's a 2-stop, but that is a bold-faced, Jeff-driven lie. You could absolutely make it a 1-stop, very comfortably mediums to softs, with really no issue. You could also do soft to mediums. That might be a bit trickier, but that is, certainly doable. You obviously do want to start on the mediums just to give yourself that more of an advantage when you switch on to the softer compound tires. They are faster. You want a lighter car, and you want to be able to fight for the end on the fastest set of tires available. That being said, both strategies totally doable. Even honestly, a 2-stop isn't that bad, but you kind of need to be able to get past to build up a gap. Really, with a 2-stop, you're just relegating yourself to needing to fight traffic, which isn't the smartest idea on any track. Granted, there are some overtaking opportunities on this track, but not fantastic ones. As Let's Talk Golf does set his first time, and it's 2 tenths slower than his soft time, so he's unable to improve. He's going to stay P12 until he's potentially knock down for even further. Fergie, obviously, in provisional pole with that 106.7. Bird Person, these... I gotta say, I think I commented on it earlier, but I think him and Mr. Ultra, I commented in Canada that they seem to be taking qualifying as they would another series, which you can't really do in Formula 1. They're giving themselves a lot of laps to go on these tires. He's coming for a 4th run on these softs, and what that means is he's going to start the race on these exact tires, this exact wear. And I can actually, if I go back to the telemetry, I can check. They're already worn to 5%, which is far more than other people, and he's just putting on more wear because he has to do the hot lap and then the in lap as well. It's not strategically a sound move. You can come in, you can pit new fresh softs and come back out with lower fuel, because that's obviously another advantage. If you're making multiple runs, then you need a fuel for them, whereas a lighter car with, you know, only 3 laps to get you out, hot lap, and then back in is much lighter than a car that needs to do, you know, an out lap, a hot lap, a cool down lap, a hot lap, and then another in lap. It's baffling. But obviously, I mean, the skill gap is ever present in Tier 3, so even these questionable strategies are he's impervious to them because of his pace, but he is unfortunately unable to recuperate back into provisional pole. He's still a second down.
Yeah, and looks like he's going to be able to set another lap here, and he's just doing further damage to these tires. I mean, he's doing
more damage, and he doesn't have the battery to actually get the lap done. Obviously, to invalidate, they're actually kind of interesting to see, but he's just putting even more wear into the tires. Again, he's going to start on more worn tires than anyone else, and it's just going to continue to put him at a disadvantage.
And while we were talking, Holler sets the new fastest lap on provisional pole right now.
So he does. So Bird Person is going to be starting P3 with those tires. Holler's P1, just about a 10th above Fergie.
Yeah, I don't expect Bird Person will set a faster lap here. I'm on board with Hero. Looks to be coming around the last turn here. And let's see how he gets an exit. Takes a little bit of the curb there, goes wide, unfortunately.
He is 7 tenths up on his time, so unfortunately he's not going to be able to actually put a dent into it. I'd imagine he's coming into the pits and not going to retire. Zeke, where is Zeke?
Zeke goes P4.
P4, that's a strong showing from him on his first race back in a long time. I don't actually know which season he last competed in. Reserve driver, obviously, for Tier 3, but his best time, a 107.1. Very good from him.
Yeah, and looks like we'll do it for us. So Hollers for Bird Person on 6-lap old softs. That's going to be very, very difficult. Bird Person, if you are listening to this stream after, please go in after every single lap and get a new set of tires.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to mediums, then it does not work for you.
This is not like ACC or, you know, any other touring cars or stock cars or anything else. Like these cars have such a small marginal window of tolerance that you can't just, you know, set lap after lap after lap and inch closer to that perfect time. You got to get it one and done.
Absolutely. But I will give him credit. He did go P3 on, I think it was 4-lap or 3-lap old soft. So he did very well. And look at that gap. I mean, top 10, all pretty much within a second, top 9. Very, very, very nice. Hollers, Fergie, Bird Person, Zeke, Only Rye, Willie, Hero, Bacon Juice, Pfeiffer, Captain, rounding out the top 10.
Let's check some of these super licenses. See what kind of interesting information. No trophies for tours. Unfortunate. Who do you want to investigate a bit into the I don't know, their personal lives or whatever? Let's see Zeke's.
I want to see Zeke. I want to see what he's been up
trophies. To. Wow, he's an accomplished racer.
He's a ringer. Yep, we all knew.
Oh, I did not realize that. He has an anime profile picture. Zeke, please, you're hurting us. Is the
So interesting on who knows this is a soft medium, right? I mean, the game is going to tell you soft hard, or it's going to tell you a two stop.
Yeah, everyone in the
Um,
voice channel was very surprised when I said soft medium or medium soft, and they're like, "What?" But or I said one stop, and they're like, "Oh, but the hards are so bad." It's like it's not it. It's not it. But you know, at least 10 of them should be aware. That's how many people were in the channel at the time. But yeah, we'll have to see what the tire strategy looks like, what people fit, and I am just gonna openly say this before we see anybody. If somebody below the top 10 has fitted anything but medium tires, I'm going to laugh. If they fitted hards, then it's like, what are you doing? If they fitted softs, then it's like a double, what are you doing? Actually, softs might be a good bet depending on how much confidence you have in your own tier to not cause a safety car at the start. But let's go ahead and check what everyone's on. Meat Shield, why? Why?
Meat Shield on those softs, looking to get looking to get a good start, I would think. Hopefully, I mean, he's gonna have the pace advantage in the beginning. If he can get a good start and get into the top 10, it won't
Already
be
disqualified
such.
from the formation lap.
Yeah, Scythe is one of our new guys, so I think this is his first time doing a league race, so we will give him some leeway there. That's
Really,
okay.
you love to see it. I mean,
You do. You
everyone
do.
weaving all over
We'll
the
have a
place as
nice.
if they've had a little too much. And look at that. Look at that. Jeff Bezos lying to us once again. A soft to medium to soft. What a joke. As they come around the bend, I mean, not much to say. The grid's pretty formed up. How are you thinking about safety cars? How many do you think we're gonna get this year, or this race?
This race, I'm gonna go with at least 3 safety cars tonight. I think we're gonna get one lap, one turn one. It's just everybody piling down the two turn one here is just a recipe for disaster.
Well, we
So
had a
I'm
Twitch prediction cooking in the interim during the qualifying, asking how many people would die in turn one. A revisit to the tier one prediction poll challenge thing. You could bet channel points. I believe a few people did. There's at least 1K on 2 people dying in turn one, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see about that, but it should be interesting as the grid starts to form up. Holler's obviously taking that pole position. Fergie, quite a way back, is going to fall in right behind, and the rest of the grid's going to form up behind them. It's I mean, bit of a mixed up grid. Not many teammates that close to each other other than Pfeiffer and Captain. Obviously, one right after another, and everyone's settled in. We're just waiting for Codemasters to give us the 5 lights that don't actually go off.
Here we go.
Oh, and that's 2 jump start penalties already. But here we go.
Scythe and curbs.
And the
Timing looks all
and the
messed up.
camera is stuck. And what is happening? What is going on?
We have some ghosted people. I don't know what's happening right
Fergie
now.
looks like he's taking the lead from Hollers into turn one. Oh, and that's an Alpine spun coming back across the track. Please hit the brakes. Please hit the brakes, Alpine. Oh, where's that?
It's Captain.
Oh, unfortunate. I hope it didn't collect anyone else, but it looks like... And Jaden leading from the back of the grid? I'm not really sure what's happening here, Codemasters.
Yeah, it looks like we're Fergie got the jump on Hollers and Zeke.
Yep.
And Bacon Juice up as well.
Bacon Juice, another returning OG from Global Spec Racing, GSR for life. And we'll have to monitor their progress. It looks like everyone's taking it fairly cautiously. I thought at first when I swapped to Bird Person that it looks like there was a VSC on due to the pace. Looks like Let's Talk Golf in the Haas is spun around in turn. I'm gonna call that 9. Unfortunate for him.
And Fergie out to a monster lead, already a second. Put a second between him and Hollers. And Zeke threatening Hollers
and
going
Zeke
into...
spun!
Oh, and Zeke loses it. Yes.
Oh,
And
unfortunate.
good thing ghosting is on.
We can get a little replay of that action.
That's your VSC here.
Oh, and that is VSC.
Too bad we can't... Oh,
And that's
Pfeiffer picks a 5-second penalty.
for rear-ending someone, who also picks up a 5-second penalty for getting rear-ended. GG.
Interesting. Well, top right corner. Hopefully everybody is watching their Delta, but I expect we will see a couple drive-throughs
Oh,
here.
that yeah, very interesting to see whether we will get any drive-throughs.
Let's see what happens here while we wait for this VSC to end.
Oh, that's
There it
3
is.
or
Oh my
4. Oh,
lord.
Jesus. And that's the leader. That's Fergie getting one.
That is the leader and bacon
Oh,
juice.
guys, come on. I mean, like, I get you guys are new, but, I mean, the number's right there. I wonder if Fergie's going to serve it immediately or try to build even more of a gap. Yeah, it looks like he's coming
Hopefully,
in.
all right, yeah, he knows. Good, good, good. No, he stays out.
Okay.
Good for him.
Sure. I mean, the only thing is, if a safety car or a VSC comes out, then he's going to be unable to serve it and he risks disqualification. The smarter idea is just to pit immediately to grab it. But as the intervals are coming back to us, looks like Bird Person is minus 1 minute and 18 seconds ahead of the person in front of him. I don't know. Bird Person looks like he's defending the inside of turn 4 and no, only gets by.
Yeah, I mean, Bird Person's definitely at a disadvantage here with those worn softs. I mean, it's just showing right now.
Absolutely, and it's actually looking pretty tight on the grid in terms of damage. Nobody at least has wing damage. I'm unable to check at the moment the individuals for side pod and floor damage, but I imagine that might be a concern for some of the cars who spun out earlier in the race.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to go out here and say as well, I mean, Turo's up 10 positions all the way up to P9 on the mediums.
Another
I'm going to go out and
VSC?
say here, yeah.
What happened there?
Hopefully no
oh,
one
Jaden's DNF'd. I think we can get a view as we come past on the straight of that. Looks like he's...
Yeah, bacon juice. Hop on board with bacon juice.
Yeah, that's a stranded Red Bull. Only almost hit him. But yeah, that's a stranded Red Bull on the exit of turn 13. Obviously, I'm not actually sure. Like, that's barely a turn, I guess. But there we go. Damages consequences. It looks like bacon juice is going to be serving. It's a full safety car. It's been upgraded to a full safety car.
Okay. Here we go. Let's see if we get another
no, hold on.
car.
Yeah, Haulers is already past the safety car, so the safety car is going to need to let everyone else go.
Where is the safety
car right now?
There it is.
Only,
yes.
It's got the green lights on, which means it is going to be catching the leader. Haulers had just passed it, so it looks like we're going to get another an entire lap of Delta following. Oof, oh my god, this safety car is just begging to cause a collision here. It's following the racing line to the detriment of everyone else. I'd really hate to come across it in a blind corner, as it looks like some of these guys... I was under the impression that until the safety car had actually caught somebody, everyone was driving under a Delta, but it looks like these guys are going full out, like flat. I'm not sure.
Well, what's going to happen here is once Hollers catches that safety car, anybody in the red of Delta will get a drive-through.
Ooh.
So hopefully everybody knows that.
And now here's the tricky thing. Bacon nor Fergie can serve their drive-throughs. And I hope they know it. Bacon, Fergie, stay out! Bacon, stay out! Bacon... No, come on.
Yeah, and actually Fergie went in and got new tires as well. Well, I think he went to go serve it, and they put on a medium, so...
That is the second week in a row that somebody has made this mistake. Yeah, it looks like Bacon Juice is just getting new mediums. He could take those, like, squared, maybe not to the end, but he could take those very late into the race. He might be able to eke out the end. I wouldn't be confident in it. But he does need to serve the drive-thru.
Yeah, but you know what? It's good for these guys to learn this the hard way, because I tell you what, they won't make that mistake again. So, Fergie, Bacon Juice, Mr. Ultra staying out, though. Does he have... Oh, no, he has a 5-second penalty.
Yeah, it's a 5-second.
Yep.
He, for the collision with Fife, I guess Fife's already served it. Not only did he serve it, but he served it under safety car, so...
Ah, perfect. Puts on the mediums here, so... Dragon Wolf up to P5 on those hard tires. And Turo's up to P8 on those medium tires.
Yeah, I mean, that's decent work by him and the McLaren. Looks like the McLaren boys are both in fairly well-suited positions. Holler's obviously leading the pack from the... Unfortunately, the two people behind him had quite a lot of issues. Bird Person dropping off the line because of those worn... because of the worn tires, looks like... Well, that's not accurate telemetry. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, but it's actually working out for him. Two VSCs, one VSC upgrade to a safety car is actually working out well for Bird Person. He's going to extend his soft stint, and I assume that he's going to put on the hard tires around lap 10 or 11. I still don't think he'll be able to make it to a lap 14 or 15 on those softs.
Yeah, perhaps not. And for anyone who's following along with telemetry and like, why is it broken? It's fixed now. Don't worry. I mean, yeah, this is definitely going to shape the course of the race. Obviously, what it's doing is extending the tire life of these a lot of these tires. I mean, they're going further into the race than they thought, so they're probably going to be able to manage overcuts now instead of just shooting for those undercuts. And the undercuts are obviously not going to be as effective when the tires don't have that much of a difference in freshness. And I wonder if the safety car will be coming in this lap. It would be great if Cody's told us like what the thresholds were or anything, but no, we're just sitting here blind waiting for a car to a car that's despawned to be cleared by virtual marshals. So who knows?
I know. Well, we're on board with you guys, so we'll find out when you guys do. Let's see, who else do we have here? Captain on the P7 with 5-lap old softs.
Now here's the thing.
I don't know.
Does Fergie and Bacon, do they know that they have to pit again? If somebody's listening who's like a race engineer or something, can you just please go tell them that they do need a pit again because you can't serve it under safety car, and the game will disqualify them if they don't. Like that's crucial as we go for one more tour around the track.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long lap. Not everybody is together. Hopefully, everybody minds their distance there. Coming into turn 1, we are seeing some people dodge everybody.
Yeah,
so,
I do hope that
hopefully...
people heeded the advice in the pre-stream. Objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. So please, for the love of God, don't hit anyone. We should bring back that old safety car PSA I made with the megaphone. That was great.
Yeah, you should absolutely. Especially for tier 3.
Unfortunately, the drivers aren't watching the stream, so it'd just be bombarding the the race engineers with just sonic pain.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, if I was Mr. Ultra and Fergie, I would come in as soon as humanly possible.
That's interesting.
Just because.
Can you go to Zeke and to the TV cam offset? You see that logo in the middle of the halo? It says 1 and 1, right?
Yeah.
Go up to Let's Talk Golf, the other Haas.
Oh, look at that.
I'm very interested to know why they aren't identical. I imagine that's a feature of real life. I've just never realized it. Safety car is in this lap, and Hero took a 10-second penalty. No, sorry, it's Curbs with a 5-second penalty for colliding with Hero. Holler's becoming the pace car. I wonder if he's going to have learned from the Tier 1 technique and not go. Just bring everyone to a crawl to the line and then disappear at the least opportune time. No, looks like he's jumping actually fairly early. He does not get a good jump. Well, not a decent jump anyway. Looks like everyone's fairly close behind. Not the realms of 1 second gaps that we've seen before. It looks like everyone's making their way through turns 1 and 2 fairly cleanly through those Senna S's. Looks like we're all good, other than somebody who spun at the back of Drakenwolf was off in turn 3.
Yeah, Drakenwolf having a tough day. Top 4 getting now about a second. Fergie and Mr. Ultra. No, Mr. Ultra has a 5-second. I'm going to keep on getting that mixed up for the rest of the night until he pits. Fergie still has that drive-through, so if I were him, I would come in right now.
Tor's looking like he's very impatient to try to get past Captain here. He's looking up the inside in a fairly dangerous move. Obviously, no contact or no spinning there. That's fine. Curbs dropping towards the back. I think he's spun on the exit of turn 7.
Yep, looks like you're correct. Yeah, Torres needs to let's have a little bit of patience here.
It's a 36 lap race, and we're only 8 laps in. You have a lot of time.
And he's on the, I think right now he's on the better strategy. Oh, we almost lose it. Oh no, is this gonna be another safety car?
I'm not exactly sure what happened. I'm gonna try to bring up the replay just so the stream can see just a little glimpse more than what we saw. But yeah, that was quick as a flash. I'm not sure exactly what happened. Looks like there was fairly big contact, and I'm reading 100% wing damage for 3 cars. The McLaren, the Haas, and the AlphaTauri? Yeah, the AlphaTauri coming into the pits. So that'll be only. Looks like a fairly significant accident there.
Yeah, and surprisingly, no safety car for that, even though all the cars had to pass him. So that puts Holler's Bird Person, Mr. Ultra, and Zrout Tours, who is having a fantastic race, somehow gets by Captain. Sorry that we missed that, but now he's free to just put his laps
Yeah,
in.
both Tours and Mr. Ultra looking in very, very good positions on those 8-lap-old mediums. That puts them at a very good position, P3 and 4. Honestly, I would be shocked and amazed if Bird Person was able to recover to a podium, given that he's behind them. Hollers, I believe, with the clean air and the gap he has, he can definitely set it in, and I do think he can fight at least to get on the podium. I'm not sure that soft to medium is that big of a disadvantage that it would jeopardize his race, but as Captain goes into the pits. But Mr. Ultra and Tours have very much the strategy advantage going mediums to softs. If that is what they do, if they choose to do a 2-stop and ignore the advice that we've given them in the pre-race, I'll be very disappointed, because that could easily be a win for either of them if they're able to keep up.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Pfeiffer up to P6 on the medium tires as well.
Yeah, looking very good for a points haul from him. He will obviously have to change to softs at some point, barring, I don't know, a triple safety car, just extending the lifetime of those tires. But I mean, for all of his credit, for everything that Fife has done, one thing I cannot grant him is to call him a strategy mastermind. I've seen him bungle his fair share of races and strategy calls. So, I would not be surprised if his pit strategy for this race, barring damage, looked like soft to medium to hard to medium to soft or something. With that being said,
hopefully, hopefully Pfeiffer takes the message there, is listening to you, and just keeps on doing what he's doing.
Backpack out of turn 13. We saw that on stream into the wall exactly where Only was. So that is a what I imagine to be a carbon copy of the incident. You could observe with your eyes that beautiful replay I've brought to you and see exactly what happened. But yeah, that's interesting. Looks like Hero is craning for a move down on Willie here of nondescript amount of inches, and
who is also right behind Pfeiffer.
Yeah,
in also a matter of inches behind
exactly.
Pfeiffer.
I think Hero would be best to be a bit patient here and allow the two boys in front of him to crash each other out and collect what is left, because that is inevitably the only conclusion I could draw from this group. But yeah, I mean, the smart money for him is just to play it a bit safe, let Willie attack Fife, and when the moment is opportune, pass them both at the same time. That's really all you need to do.
Absolutely. Pfeiffer and
there goes Willie
getting loose.
That's one down, one to go.
Pfeiffer free from being attacked by the Willie. So Hero now is a 1 second behind Pfeiffer. He is gaining on him. Pfeiffer seems to be having some sort of trouble on the straights, especially.
What's he in? The Alpine, right? Alpine in 5th place?
He is, yes.
Well,
yes.
I can confirm he has no damage, so that is good enough.
Yeah, that might just be a setup thing, but Hero's putting in some... Unless Hero's using all of his energy, which looks like they have the equal amount of energy.
Captain getting the move done on the Haas? No, he does not. He's alongside into turn 1, but is unable to capitalize through the Senna S's, does regain a lot of time on the, sorry, it wasn't the Haas, it was the Alfa Romeo. Does regain a lot of time, but he unfortunately collides with the rear of Curbs and does, I believe, pick up some wing damage.
Very unfortunate. It's tough there. I mean,
Alfa Romeo is wing damage. I'm not sure where that came from, but Captain is fine. He is following along, scooting in with the gearbox, going up the inside. Not the safest move, but he does get it done in the end, and that is Captain up into P12.
Yeah, very nice move by him. Bringing it back up here, Toros is half second off of Ultra. We'll have a DRS going into this long straight. Ultra getting very loose down the S's here. But seems to get a better exit a little more comfortable on the acceleration there. So Turos is going to have to yield for one more lap.
Looks like Hero is going to be going down the outside of Fife into turn 4 and gets the move done. That's Hero up into P5.
Mr. Ultra loses it.
Yeah, and collects the McLaren as well. Any wing damage for the McLaren? No, it does not look like it. So it looks like Torres has gotten away scot-free from that, but that is the Mr. Ultra dropping down the pack fairly violently. And that is, that's good news for Haulers and Bird Person, and even better news for Torres.
Yeah, absolutely. Turo's 9 seconds behind Bird Person. Wow, Bird Person's really stretching these softs. I have to give him some credit here. I mean, he's already on lap 14 on those softs. They put 6 laps on in qualifying, so very, very nice job by him. I expect that he'll be in the pits any minute now. Hero's in the pits for his stop. Should put on mediums. Let's see what happens here.
Well, we're just following along with Captain, who's very close to curbs again and just rear ends him into the wall, and that's Captain DNF'd. We can have a replay for that.
This might work out perfectly. Car. Yes, Haulers. Wow.
Oh, we saw exactly what happened with Captain. That was a very unfortunate move from him. But that is, that's great news for, really everyone. Haulers, he did miss the pits, but he is going to be able to get back under Delta. He's not going to be picked up. Actually, he will be picked up first by the safety car, I think. Unless Torres pits... Actually, no.
Pfeiffer loses it under a safety car and spins.
Oh, no, Fife. And he loses the position of Let's Talk Golf, who might have to give it back to him. I'm not sure what the game's going to say. If I was Fife, and I need to counsel Fife right now, don't retake that position unless he gives it to you.
And, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, this is Haulers into the pits, Bird Person into the pits. Turos has a decision to make here. I expect him to stay out
and become the lead car. That's the biggest damage he can do to Haulers right now, because Haulers is counting on the Delta right now from the safety car to get him to be competitive with everyone who's coming behind. And there is a small chance that Fife could actually be out in front of Haulers, depending on when the Deltas kick in. No, looks like Haulers does come out P2 from that stop that he is going to the end on. So, that is just immaculate timing from him. Let's Talk Golf deciding not to pit. Not sure what the idea there is, but so be it. Pfeiffer up to P4, effectively P3, because Let's Talk Golf does have to pit, and he still has a fairly long time on these tires. He has, I'd call it another, 10 laps, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely. And Meat Shield, too, also staying on 14-lap old softs. This is the perfect time, guys. He put those mediums on. He got 2 or 3 laps on their safety car, and the mediums last to the end. No problem whatsoever. So, questionable decision by them, but, maybe it'll work out. We don't know. We can get a safety car here at the end, too, and that'll make things very interesting at the end.
Looks like Bacon has one unserved stop go. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but I just clicked on his driver profile in the telemetry tool, and it says one unserved stop go. So it's either hitting somebody on the safety car or speeding the pit lane from the last time he came in. Not entirely certain. But that isn't the drive-through. We already served that.
Yeah. Wonder if Meat Shield is thinking about diving into the pits here. He doesn't. He stays out. Bold move. Bold move. Turos did the right thing by staying out, right? He can't go in now.
Yeah.
That'll completely destroy his strategy. He needs to get a really good start away from Haulers here and just try to maintain first place. Let's Talk Off is not going to be someone he has to worry about. So
the only person like this safety car would have helped was, I don't know, maybe somebody like Tack. If somebody had come in from softs on lap 1 onto mediums during a safety car, and then this safety car comes out, and you pit to fresh mediums so you can fight the cars around you and make it to the end without having to stop again.
Right.
That would be probably a
Yeah.
better move than waiting to the ends for softs. But ultimately, it isn't the decision I believe that TAC actually made during a similarly placed safety car. So I'm not sure. But
Yeah.
here we are with, I mean, we have every type of dry compound at various stages of where it's gonna be a dogfight to the end, really. And I imagine that Tours might just get mugged off the line. The safety car is in this lap. He becomes the pace car. He's going to need to set the pace, and he's going to need to jump haulers a lot, essentially, if he does not want to lose to a 15 lap advantage for those tires.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. I mean, he needs to start. He's going a little bit too fast here.
Yeah, he's already gone.
Yeah.
And Hollers is, I mean, 3/10 behind. That's not nearly enough.
He's gonna get traction out of the first turn here and just.
You can see the amount of distance that Hollers recovers through the braking zone is just a testament to how much more grip he has. Interestingly enough, nobody really warmed up their tires enough for the safety car. Holler's now going for the inside, and I think that move's going to be done and dusted by the end of turn 4. No, it looks like the McLaren's hanging around the outside. Little wheel-to-wheel argy-bargy there, but...
Very, very nice by both of those guys.
Smooth defending, a little bit of contact, but it's incidental. No worries at all. Curbs dropping down the orders, and that Alfa Romeo spun at the back. It looks like Mr. Ultra also spins at the back.
Yeah. And here's the thing, Turos can sit behind, if he can maintain that gap, he can sit behind Rod DRS, try to get out in front, build a gap. This way, when he puts on those softs, he's going to be so fast, and he'll be able to make up that gap.
Let's Talk Golf might as well rename himself to Convenient Roadblock on this 14-lap-old soft tires, just sitting right between Tours and the only person who could effectively challenge him on his own strategy.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct.
So, yeah, and I don't think Pfeiffer's going to have a fun time fighting him about it.
Well, Pfeiffer is doing the right thing here. He's not going for the move down to turn 1, but he gets a terrible exit out of there, loses all the time that he gained.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, now he's going to be under attack by Bird Person, who has brand new medium tires.
I think the bird person is right now is a vulture picking off the corpse of that dead move that Pfeiffer just tried to pull.
Pfeiffer gets... Poor Pfeiffer. Well, Fife, you have another chance here to be able to get close and just be easy into turn 1 and get him down the next. We should have DRS this lap, I believe.
It is one lap after safety car, not 3.
Yeah. And I tell you what, I guess it did not work out for Turos. Hollers is showing that the brand new mediums are that much faster. So unfortunate for Turos, but he is still doing a good job.
Yeah, Holler's actually on track to set the fastest lap of the race so far. Makes sense. There's a yellow flag in Sector 3. I'm not sure what that is exactly.
That's a spun Pfeiffer.
Ah, Fife. He was in such a good position.
Yep. Well, maybe we can get a late safety car, and he can gain some positions back. But actually, did Bacon Juice set the fastest lap?
I'm not sure.
Oh no, Zeke did 109.
You know what else is great news? Literally everyone has such a big surplus of fuel. Like, this is a ridiculous surplus. Somebody has 5.5 extra laps of fuel. Yeah.
Well, hopefully someone can take this advice as well. There is no more overfueling in F1 2021. If anything,
there was never overfueling. It was always underfuel anyway. But yeah.
Yeah. But now especially you underfuel planning for the safety car. Maybe you go even just to be safe, but the track record here, there's always going to be a safety car, so always want to kind of underfuel.
Listen, if you're left-footed on the throttle, then yeah, you're going to use up an extra lap over the entire race. However, you're also going to have a lot of opportunities to recover that, especially like in multiplayer races, 50% races where we're almost guaranteed like a safety car per night. Gone are the days where we don't get safety cars. Like we always have safety cars now.
You're absolutely correct.
You got to plan around it. People with rigid, unchangeable strategies who don't think out the possibilities at every second are at a disadvantage to the people who know how long a tire is going to last and are able to evaluate the choices and, you know, the situational awareness to say, okay, well, the people around me are going to do this, so I'm going to do opposite and see if that, you know, nets me a good position. Strategy is just so important here, and it's one of the things that we try to cultivate, you could say, in Tier 3. We try to, you know, show everyone, talk about what the optimal strategy would be in each scenario, just so they can get it into their heads.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Tier 3 being our new league driver tier.
A development tier.
Yes, exactly. So we're always trying to give these guys advice, setups, things like that, just to kind of help them out. Turo's doing a good job here at keeping Golf and Bird Person behind.
Yeah.
Getting very good exits there.
I mean, these tires from Golf, they're 18 laps old, but they're only worn to 44%. He must have the most conservative setup in the world.
Yeah, and Bird Person's having a hard time to get by him because he has DRS off turns. So.
Yeah, like I said, convenient roadblock.
Oh, yeah.
I think the crux of this race for Tours is going to come down to how well he's able to navigate the traffic that pitting him ultimately puts him back into. The safety car isn't brilliant for that. It does bunch up the field, so it means he will drop down to, I don't know, around about P... I mean, actually at the back. He's going to have to hope...
Yeah, right now he'll be at the back.
He's going to have to hope that these gaps open up.
Yeah, it's actually working. So him holding up Golf, who is holding up Bird Person, is actually creating this domino effect and just creating this big DRS train. So once Toros and Golf actually pit, they're going to be well down to P12, P13,
I mean,
P14.
Hollers has set a 7-second gap between himself and Tours. And that indicates to me that even if they were on equal, as Let's Talk Golf actually does get by Tours, but that indicates to me that if they were on equal tires, Hollers would still be able to pull out this gap. Looks like Tours is actually going for a move back down the inside of the Haas, is unable to get it done through turn 4, now turn 5 and turn 6. Oh, and that's both of them dead! Off. They're both retired.
Oh, no. That is absolutely going to be a safety car. Yes, there it is.
We'll have to replay that, but that was, I'll be honest, that's not great driving from someone.
Yeah, both didn't want to give up the position.
I mean, I don't want to jump to snap conclusions on air for a development tier, but that was some very poor driving from one of the individuals. And I guess it's up to the FIA after to find out who that was. Should that be the case? Should it be reported? Hollers is actually coming into the pits. Is he gonna switch to the softs? And
he is. Okay. He is. Absolutely.
I don't know if I would have.
I
don't know if I would have risked that.
Yeah, everybody's coming in. Fergie's in. Bird Person's in. Bacon Juice is not in. Bacon Juice.
He's the one who could benefit the most from this. You know what, Bacon? Honestly, if Bacon is a race engineer who's listening to this, Bacon, if you're listening to this, I applaud the bravery. I think you could make it to the end on those mediums. I don't think you could fight the entire grid to make it to the end on those mediums.
Yeah, and now he's gonna get held up here. Yep. So that's it. Bacon Juice.
I mean, you. I
appreciate
literally
it.
The entire grid is coming in. But yeah, I mean, honestly, stick to your guns, dude. Stick to your guns. Don't pit for the rest of the race. Just be this massive roadblock. Force people to look at the ugly diffuser of the Red Bull for the entire race.
You are Pfeiffer's shield.
Do not pit ever. Like, you can make it to the end on these tires comfortably. They're 17 laps old. You're only at 34%. You can make it to the end. Go to the end. See what you can do. I believe in your ability to get at least a P7 out of this. I think that's... yeah. Some people switch to the mediums. Good eye, Mr. Van. That is a questionable decision at best, and a, frankly, a strategic blunder at worst. I'd fire Jeff if he put on the mediums. I guess people are afraid of going on to worn softs, which, I get. but the set of worn, if you don't have fresh softs, the set of worn softs you're going to get is that set from qualifying you put one lap on and then never used. So you're going to be fine. Like, just put on the softs, you babies. Like,
yeah, Turo's in the chat.
Bacon's
asking
pitting.
why he pushed there. Oh, Bacon.
Oh, Bacon. That's not...
Well, here's
you gotta
the thing.
stick to your guns,
Here's
dude.
the thing. Yeah. Oh, he's gonna serve his penalty too, which is great.
Means it can't get appealed. Although I do think he was the one who rear-ended anyone, so that was not gonna happen in the first
I think he's
place.
Okay. And I think the safety car will go around one more time. Maybe even two more times.
Do you want to...
Is there a lap limit for the safety car?
Not as far as Cody's has revealed to us in their infinite wisdom. Well, you know what I can see right now? I can see a whole lot of soft runners behind medium runners. I think by the end, that's going to be soft, medium.
You know, I think you're right, but here's the thing. The soft runners have to get by the medium guys, too, and they have to do it cleanly. There's really only two places to overtake here. But I think at the end, if everybody can navigate the field, I think you're right. It'll be all softs, all mediums.
Yeah, I mean... There is only a certain amount that the tires can make up for in terms of skill gap, but, I mean, the field isn't that dispersed in terms of where they are, so, yeah, I do think the softs are going to be able to trickle out to the front, while the mediums, you know, they do have good longevity, but that does not matter in the, essentially, a sprint race. This is a 12-lap sprint race, and the softs are perfectly suited to a 12-lap sprint.
Oh, yeah, especially with low fuel, or I guess lower fuel.
Yeah.
Even though some people are probably +7 laps right now.
The highest we have right now is +6.7. No, there's a +7. There's a +7 of Mr. Mercedes Hero.
Hero.
Oh, you know what? Hollers has such an advantage. He's only at +3.4. Everyone else behind him, +6, +6, +4.5, +7, +6, +4, +3, +6, +5. Like, this is... The person who's in the best position is actually the Haas of Zeke, with only +2.4. Guys, start underfueling by at least a lap. For the love of God. Like, this is... Woo! We're gonna have no disqualifications from being unable to extract a leader here. Spoilers for Hungary.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Mr. Seb Metal.
Yes. If you haven't watched that race, we can't help you.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right, so I think Zeke will catch up
Chipsy?
just in time
Chipsy?
here.
What are you saying?
Hello?
Are you saying that the safety car coming in is dependent on the grid reforming?
Let's find out. Here we
This
go.
is not scientific by any measure, but if it isn't in this lap, I'm going to laugh. Fuck.
There you go. Don't laugh. Never laugh.
I still don't buy it.
Listen, there's no rhyme or reason for it. It's 50-50 chance to say it's in.
I wonder
or
how
out, right?
Hollers is going to approach the jump this time. He has to have thought that his last jump on Fergie was not great. Everyone's got to warm up their tires. We're all looking at
He's
74s.
not backing them up.
And Hollers is gone. Hollers is gone, and nobody is above... there we go. We have our first 80 degrees for the tires. Oh, that's a Ferrari of Mr. Ultra going for a move up the inside of turn 2. Very well done from him. Looks like we got a bit of a bunch at the back as well.
Yeah. Pfeiffer needs to push it here and get by. Someone's off. Meat Shield is off in the back.
Oh, and Track and Wolf
And
going for a move on 3-inch Willie. Does get it done, and Willie actually concedes to Bacon as well.
Wow.
It's 2 positions, 1
Get
corner.
Willie.
You give them a minch, and they take 3.
That's how life
Looks
is.
like Bacon is going for a
Well,
move on Dragon Wolf. He's so cut up the inside, riding the curbs, but does not get it done.
Yeah, Bacon Juice definitely wants to make up some of the positions that he lost by staying out here. Pfeiffer needs to get a move done on Backpack here.
Yeah, I mean, Bacon and Willie do have to trickle their way through the medium runner blockade that's in front of them.
And Zeke has spun again. So Zeke's showing some really good pace in qualifying, but maybe just a little rush showing from him.
Yep.
And bringing it up to the front, Holler's 1.5 seconds away from
Mr.
Fergie,
Ultra is spun
who
on the
is
exit of turn 2.
yep, resets the track, which you are allowed to do in Tier 3.
Looks like Bacon is going for the inside move in turn 4, thinks better of it, and just weaves back into Dragon Wolf's slipstream. Would not have done that myself, but oh well. He is looking for a move up as often as he can, you have to say. And he's under pressure from the car behind of Willie, looking for a move on Bacon, but not finding any, as Bacon himself is trying to fight Drakenwolf.
Oh, it's got a really bad lag there. I'm back, though. All right, will Pfeiffer be able to get the move done? Looks like he gets a decent exit. DRS is enabled here. Front 4 are spread out, so I'm going to stay on board with Pfeiffer here and see if he... Oh, and Pfeiffer spins. Oh, no, he does not spin, sorry.
And Bacon
Hero spins.
Bacon and Draken were side by side coming through turn 1. Very close fighting from these two individuals. Bacon...
Yeah, Hero spins as he's all the way down to P8.
And Hero actually rejoins right into the midst of the battle of Willie and Bacon. Well, Willie, Bacon, and Draken.
Yeah, Bacon's still unable to get the move done on Drakenwolf.
He's been looking for the past couple of straights. He was right alongside coming through the last lap, but unable to actually complete the move through turn 1. He ceded the position through turn 2.
Has a little bit more energy than Draken. Should be able to get him here. He has to worry about his exits. Oh, he's on the grass. Oh, he still gets a better exit than Drakenwolf,
Yeah,
it
with
seems.
battery deployment and DRS, even though Draken does have DRS himself, this should be a fairly easy move from Bacon. I wonder if he's going to go outside or inside. He is just tucking in. The slipstream does go for the inside, but thinks better of it and is still unable to get that move done on Draken. I don't know exactly what the setup differences between them are.
Yeah, it's very noticeable on the straights, especially. I think I would have put my nose in there just to kind of force Draken a little wide there. And
it looks like Fife and Fit backpack, or Fuck backpack, I guess, are going side by side.
Yeah, look at that. And Pfeiffer gets the move done, which looked like a very, very slow move, but still gets it done. Curbs has 11 seconds of penalties here. And let's see if Pfeiffer can pull away. He does have that 3-second time penalty.
And it looks like this blockade of Meteor Runners is doing really well with Drakenwolf as the rear gunner, so to call it, with blocking Bacon Juice at every single turn. Bacon Juice not utilizing...
Oh, he's gonna get the move
that's
here.
A really weak exit from Drakenwolf. And no, he's still unable to get it done. I'm not sure if just Bacon has so much downforce to take the corners well, but that's not where you get the passing done, going through inside now into turn 1. And we'll have to see. Drakenwolf does give him space and is...
Ooh,
spins.
But then the space is gone there. Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, it's a tough corner if you don't...
Now, Willie...
If you don't know.
Willie going down the inside of Bacon, and that was Backpack trying to go up the inside of Fife, but neither of the moves working out. Bacon still ahead of Willie, and Pfeiffer still ahead of Backpack.
Yeah, this is going to be the fight here as Hollers, Fergie, and Bird Person all have gaps. So that's going to be, unless someone spins, this is going to be your top 3. We'll come back to them in a little bit. And Pfeiffer spins. Unfortunate for Pfeiffer.
Yeah, that was looking like a solid points haul. I mean, he still might get points depending on his damage, but he's just dropped to the very last position of points at the moment. Looks like...
and spins again. Needs to be careful here.
Yeah, you really gotta let the tire carcasses cool. Bacon looking for a move on Backpack. I hope he has more success than he did with Draken, but the tried and true method of just pushing him out might work as well. No, Bacon just goes around the outside, gets the move done before turn 1 even comes up. Snaking through the
Yeah,
S there.
Yeah, Bacon needs to get his head down here, and he'll have a P4 position. So,
Pending penalties.
oh, yeah, absolutely.
Willie is now on the back of Backpack, and it's looking like our prediction of the softs filtering ahead of the mediums was accurate.
Yeah, it took longer than I expected, actually, but yes.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't helped by the fact that 2 soft runners just dropped immediately after the restart and had to climb their way back up. But I think this might be less of a scenario of like, oh, it's the softs, and it's more like, yeah, the better drivers chose the good tires, and the worst drivers did not know to pick the softs. That might also interfere with the results of, but it's fine. It's fine. And Willie obviously looking to get the move done on this DRS straight here, and we'll have to see whether he does, deploying what is left of his battery. Very low energy reserves from him, but even lower for Backpack. Everyone loves to just milk these batteries dry until it hurts for them to give more energy. He goes for the move on the inside, and he spins. He gets spun by Backpack. We have the overhead view. He immediately resets the track. That's fine. It's allowed in this tier. It does save him a lot of time. We could check the replay to see exactly what happened, but it was fairly clear from our point of view in the helicam that there was just not enough space to get 2 cars through there.
Yeah, he went up the inside a little late there, but
And Zeke,
we'll have to take a look at that.
fighting with Drakenwolf here through turn 4. Looks like a very nice battle from them. Exactly where 2 people died. Actually, a fellow McLaren died earlier, and that is another death.
One more.
Yeah, of a McLaren. And that, I'm very surprised, was not a massive 10-second corner cutting penalty for Draken. So, we're in the closing stages of the race. Holler's leading ahead, P1. Curb's retiring. Where was that?
Oh, he crashes. Yeah, down the straight, coming down the wheelie here.
Yeah, that's a
safety car
with 4 laps
my.
left.
Oh my!
I mean, you can't pit, right? You can't. There's not enough time. You cannot pit.
And I would not pit here. This is like shades of Monza last season, where there wasn't enough time for the safety car. People went into the pits, me included, and the safety car never made it around for 1 lap. So I would stay out, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, we have at most 3 laps of racing left, right?
Yeah.
So that's absolutely not enough time to recover any positions you cede by going into the pits. What this really does is hurt the medium runners because it bunches them up right back again and allows probably only in a good position to take back a few places. Nobody with wing damage, so that is actually pretty good. Excuse the tab out screen while I just check something very quickly on the telemetry.
Yeah, and one thing here to note, hopefully, no one gets a drive-through here. So while we wait for the drivers to bunch on up behind the safety car, Fergie's going to have another chance to get Hollers at the start. Hollers is going to have to do a really good job here again away from Fergie and Bird Person. We're on the same tire compound as well as Bacon Juice. So Bacon Juice is going to have another chance at a podium here.
Yeah, I mean, redemption number 2 for him, I guess. He's just got to keep it clean and get a move done on either Bird or Fergie. You know, I could see some fairly intense fighting at the front. It is Fergie's only opportunity. Hollers does just have the pace advantage on him. He's able to gap him fairly regularly, so Fergie does need to not only get in front of Hollers off the start, but he's got to figure out a way to keep him behind by fighting tooth and nail if he does want this win. And that ultimately, that kind of hard, tough racing, while strictly necessary from Fergie, does result in a propensity to collide and create these situations where drivers are out of the race. So, I mean, it is looking good for Bacon. It's generally more likely when the field, and the safety car is in this lap.
Yeah, see?
So we'll have 2 laps left.
Look how spread out it is, yeah. Yep. Hollers. Let's start bunching them up here, Hollers.
Fife taking 2 3-second penalties for corner cutting under the safety car. I'm really not sure how he manages to do that. And Hollers is away, and Fergie is right on the back of him. Not close enough for a move, I don't think. No, definitely not coming into turn 1. But we'll have to see the rest of the grid. Yeah, and look at that. That's already 3/10 out of turn 1 from the 2/10 gap that they started the safety car with. So Hollers is obviously pedal to the metal, trying to get away, deploying energy wherever possible. They're deploying energy through turns, which I find questionable and interesting. Mostly questionable.
Hello.
Willie on the back of Backpack here, looking fairly close.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna have 2 battles here. We're gonna have Willie and Backpack and Bacon Juice, Bird Person, and Fergie all fighting here. Bacon Juice only has obviously 1 more lap here, so he's gonna need to make something happen right here, right now.
He is the closest of anyone. So if he does get a move, it'll have to be maybe not here. Honestly, I would not conserve, but I would get as close as possible, set myself up for a fantastic turn 1, turn 2 exit, and just hammer them on the next DRS straight, because this is it. This is the final lap of the race. This is all you get. And it doesn't look like he's close enough.
Yeah, doesn't have enough on the straights, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's no juice. I mean, really, this does put in perspective how much you need to prioritize getting those low front wings so you can just blast past people on the straights. Oh, and he actually needs to slow down there. Just put pause on his on himself in order to not spin.
Yeah.
That was a very rough entry into turn 6 for him.
Well, last lap here, coming around the last set of turns. It's really going to come down to who gets a bad exit here.
Yeah, and I feel really bad for everyone with penalties. It's just going to be booted down the order immediately.
Looks like they all get pretty decent exits, and Hollers are going to cross the line and get the win here.
Yeah, I don't think any surprises coming from here. Hollers obviously taking P1, Fergie P2, Bird Person P3, Bacon just narrowly missing out on a podium with P4, Backpack P5, Willie P6, Zeke P7 tentatively. Depends on when Draken finishes, because I believe Zeke had penalties. I'm not entirely certain. Draken does cross the line. P8. I know for a fact that Fife is going to get knocked down. Actually, will he? I don't think he has too many penalties. He has 9 seconds. It's a 12-second gap. Oh, no. It's a 12-second gap ahead. He's definitely going to get booted down pretty far.
Yeah, P11 for him.
Unfortunate, actually out of the points because of those 2 corner cuts. Although those penalties may get removed, we don't know. They might be excessive, and he could obviously do that. Meat Shield doing donuts in the last sector, from what I can see. I don't know if he spun or if he's just doing donuts for fun.
No, he spun, and he's having a hard time to get nose tie. Oh, no, Meat Shield.
Did he spin?
He did
Are
spin.
You sure?
Yes, I saw it.
All right.
Let's cross that line.
And at this point, you just put yourself on a wall and bring out another safety car.
Yeah. Well, it was definitely entertaining.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see who the driver of the day is.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm agnostic. Actually, you know what? No, I was gonna say Taurus, but Taurus got taken out, unfortunately. They said Backpack. I don't have any disagreements with that. Do you want to select somebody?
I'm good with
All
Backpack. Right. Good job, Backpack driver of the day. Good job to the top 3. Hollers with a commanding lead today.
All right, and with the race director captured, I believe we can move on to interviews.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who would you like to interview?
I would say the race winner, Hollers, if he's in chat, and whoever else you want. Bacon Juice would be nice. He had a roller coaster of an evening.
All right, I will meet you in the commentary channel.
Perfect.
You know what? I had a better idea to start off with.
Okay.
Hello, Torres.
Hey, how's it
Pretty
going?
good. We were just wondering if you could talk us through your race-ending incident with. Actually, I'm not quite sure who it was. Who was it with?
It was Let's Talk Golf.
Right in the other Haas. Could you just talk us through it a bit?
Yeah, I had a much better exit, and I was aggressive, and I screwed myself up. It was my own fault, you know. I mean, he kind of pushed me out, but there was no need for me to try to get past him. It just I could have waited till the straight or whatever, you know. It's just stupid mistake, but it killed both of us.
Uh,
Well, good for you to recognize that. But yeah, I mean, you guys were racing. You lost the position in turn one, but you came back down on him at the next DRS straight. So that's typical for Brazil. So I think you did the right thing in the beginning. But yeah, maybe next time you could have backed out. But then what's the fun in racing, right? So
Yeah, I should have. I'm more pissed about starting last and getting to the second and first. You know, would have been nice
yeah,
to finish on the podium.
very, very, very good first stint there. I mean, on those mediums all the way up to P2, I think it was right at one point.
I was P1 after the safety car, but yeah, P2 I probably would have finished P2 or P3, which would have been great. I would have been happy, but oh well.
all right. Well, I mean, better luck next time, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see you
Yeah.
next week. Good job today, even though you started last.
All right. And who was next? We said our.
If Hollers is here,
Yes, he
Hollers.
Hollers.
Hello.
Congratulations on the win today. Just it's a very tense moment. Of course, the late safety car probably had you on edge. Could you talk us through your restart procedures and how exactly do you prepare yourself to dictate when the field gets going?
Yeah, so with as late as it came out, I wasn't sure if the game, if it would just set us back under green flag right on lap 36 or if it'd be on 35 like it was. But in terms of my restart procedures, I mean, I just watched the safety car, and as it's about to duck into the pit lane, I just mash the throttle, see if I can get a jump. That's all I go for.
And then the decision actually to pit onto the softs from your mediums at that later safety car, before the final one. Were you at all considering taking your mediums to the end, or did you think the closed field would present too much of a challenge for you?
Exactly that. It was too much of a risk to stay on the used mediums. I figured everyone behind me was going to pit for fresh softs, and I didn't want to be the lone car on used mediums in a sea of red.
Yeah, ended up being the correct choice as everybody came in behind you. So, good job and good job. Good win tonight.
Thank you.
All right, and I think that
That'll do it.
that does conclude our coverage of Tier 3. Catch us, I'm going to call it Saturday for ACC. We will be here on the 21st. I hope that's right. 21st, 22nd.
That is
Ah,
correct.
I'm so
Yep.
good. The 21st for Saturday, ACC, 9 p.m. Don't know where they're racing. Don't care. We're going to be racing. I actually don't know where we're racing on Sunday, Monday.
We're racing in Mexico.
Mexico on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday for Tier 1, 2, and 3. We'll have, a bunch of juicy gossip around the report decisions and all that. So please stay tuned, and thank you for watching.